Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. First of all, let's talk about Ableton. Ableton is a DAW, which is my favorite DAWs among all others. I have not used every one of them. I've used few, but looking at the workflow and the ease and the keyboard shortcuts, everything, I think Ableton is favorite for me. I had used FL Studio before. So the workflow is a little different than FL Studio. However, in FL Studio the piano roll was awesome. Like the way you can draw your notes faster, delete it, edit it. It was way faster, which Ableton lacks. Like Ableton lacks the capability of FL Studio in the piano roll. So I tried to make it better in Ableton. So I have developed this software, which you might have used it. Shout out to everyone who has used the first version of my plugin. I hope it has helped in your workflow. For me, it has made my workflow 3 or 4 times faster. With this video, I have come here with a new update. So I'll get straight to the point. So first of all, let's talk about the problems we have in Ableton MIDI editing. So this is, let's say, one of the clip that I've just played in my piano, and when I double click this, there are lots of notes. Now so there are a few problems here. One problem is you will have to continuously zoom in and zoom out vertical and horizontally, just to be in place where you want to edit the note. That is one, which is not a problem, not a huge problem. But if you had to edit multiple notes, and then you would need to press this Control plus wheel every time. The second thing is that if you had to edit this note, and if you want to just preview of how it sounds after editing, you would not be able to do that. You would have to just go in here and search for where the plugin is, where the cursor is, and then you would have to press, and then again, yes. But there would be lots of notes and there would be lots of editing here. So doing that every time, it's so tedious. Let's say if I had to edit this, let's say this is off grid and I need to adjust it here. So I want to hear it how it plays. Now I can't play it from here because it will again play it from wherever the cursor was last time. So I had tried to solve this. Another thing is quantization of notes. So let's say I want to quantize this note in this line. So what I need to do is drag this. Now you can see not all of these notes are at same level, let's say level. So you can quantize it by pressing Control U, but leaving your mouse and pressing Control U for everything, it's also tedious. These are few problems. There are a few other problems. I have tried to solve these problems with the help of my software. I'll explain my feature one by one. Alright, after talking about the problem, let's get to the solution. First of all, what you have to do is, after you download this software, double click on the software. It won't give any notification or it won't open anything, but it will be running in the background. To know if it is running or not, you just press shift plus space. It will give a notification of MIDI mode on or off. This is a toggle between on and off. You do it on when you want to edit the MIDI note and use this feature, and you turn it off again so that you can continue with the workflow, default workflow you have from Ableton. So let's say I have this piano, which I just played now in my piano, and let's open this. There are lots of MIDI notes here, which I want to edit it as per my liking, but I want it to be faster. So when you press this shift plus space, and it will give you on MIDI mode on notification, then the first thing you notice is if you press your control, if you turn your mouse wheel on up or down, it will zoom in and out respectively. You would not have to press control. That will ease your workflow. Like, you won't have to, your left hand will be free if you need to if you need to zoom in and out of any note. Let's say I want to edit this note, just turn the mouse wheel so you can reach that note. It will be a little faster. After that, so if you had to quantize these notes, let's say this is the grid and you need to quantize these notes in this grid. So what you can do is default, you can press Ctrl U, which will quantize. But if you need to quantize a whole lot of notes, that would not be practical. It would be, but it would be far more tedious. So what you need to do is just press Q in here. So if you press Q, all of the note will be quantized to the nearest grid. This. So let's say these are not quantized, but if you just press Q, it will be quantized to your nearest grid. That is a lot faster. Another feature is deleting notes. So for you to delete this note, you would have to press delete, which is not that much difficult, but let's say you can just delete it with your mouse. To delete the notes, what you have to do is just hold left click, and then before leaving that, just press the right click. That would delete the notes, like this. So if you need to delete a single note, just hold it like this and this, hold it like this. That would be a lot easier. I tried to replicate this from FL Studio, but you would still have to press the left mouse button, hold the left mouse button, and then press right click to delete the notes. That would be a lot easier. Another one of the most buggiest feature that I don't like in Ableton is, let's say if I have to edit this note, I had to, like, let's say quantize this note, and I want to hear it, how does it sound. So that I want to play it like from here. So if you had MIDI mode off, that means default Ableton settings, and let's say if I want to edit this note and press it here, and now I want to hear how does the note sound. So what I would do normally, I would just go in here and play from here, but the Ableton, it would not play it from here. It would just go to the cursor where the cursor was placed last time. So if you turn MIDI mode on, that's the magic. If you turn MIDI mode on, and if you just edit this, let's say I want to move it here. Now if you just place the cursor here and then play, it will play from here, the cursor you placed. So it is a lot easier this way. That is the most headache thing I have seen in Ableton. Let's say if I want to edit these notes, I want to place it here. Now I would still want to play it from here. So you can just play there and press space. Let's say I want to edit this and I want to listen it from here. Yeah, this is one of the feature. Another feature is you can move your notes by just clicking WSAD, like playing game. So if you press D, it will just shift your notes either one grid side or one grid up. So you will notice how does it move. But if you just move it, you can still move it with the arrow key, but for that you would need your right hand to do that. So by this method you could just use left hand. You can keep your left hand in one place and you can quantize, move. Yeah, that's the feature. And if you want to copy these notes, let's say I want to copy these notes, you can just press shift plus direction. It will copy the notes and then you can move those notes, and then you can select these and quantize notes. It would make a lot easier. There's those features. Another feature is one thing I love about FL Studio workflow is you can just press your note here to place your notes, double click. Oh, sorry. You could press a single click in FL Studio to draw a note, but in Ableton you would have to press double click. So for that purpose, what I've done is, let me just zoom this out vertically. What I've done is, if you are in MIDI mode, on mode, so you can just place the cursor and press F to draw your notes. So it's like clicking, but it's not exactly clicking. It's just pressing F wherever you want. That would make a lot easier. So it's not as easy, but still it is, like, it can increase your workflow by far a lot better. And then you can just shift, copy, yes. So these are the updates in my new software. If you can always just toggle shift plus space to toggle it off and then continue with your workflow. So that's why I recommend you to switch it back on when you are only in MIDI editing mode, and after you complete this work you just minimize this and off, so that you can continue with your default Ableton workflow. And if you like to completely remove the background program that is running, you can press Ctrl plus ESC, escape, which will exit the program, and then after that you won't be able to if I press shift plus space, you won't be able to turn it on or off. If you need it again, you can just go to Ableton MIDI editor and double click it, and then it's back on. Yeah, that's the update. Thank you so much.